I remember that, that really hot run you had early on, and especially when you were, you got really far in the Bound for Glory series, and I genuinely thought that they were going to move towards putting the world title on you. I thought you were going to be one of those characters that came right
Yeah.
through, burned through talent. Was there ever any discussions about you becoming world champion with TNA?
There wasn't really ever a significant like, hey, let's sit down and talk about this is what we're going to do because John Gaburik was the head of the talent at the time when Magnus and I wrestled in 2014. Um, from what I understand through whether we talking to certain talent or some of the writers, like they were pushing me towards that. So once we did the deal with where James Storm turned on me in Wembley, we had this whole big storyline which I enjoyed. Um, they were they were working to build the Gunner character, which I understand. Like they wanted to, and to me, man, like I sat and watched like here's the Gunner character come out in 2000 whatever 12 when I really got out of the security gear, where crowd was kind of like, nah, who is this guy? Like, but that's what you expect. But by
Yeah.
2014, 2015, even in the States, people they knew I mean, I was
Mm.
getting cheers, and some people liked me, some people didn't like me, but that's the beauty of pro wrestling. But when I went to Manchester and just like felt the crowd that night, because that was a hard one. Sorry to rewind, but Magnus and I were talking because Magnus is kind of from that area. He goes, "This is going to go one of two ways." We're in the locker room talking. He goes, "They're going to either boo you and love me, or opposite." And man, it was completely opposite. Like they hated him and they cheered for me. So I think there was talks of putting the title on me eventually, but it just never happened. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
why. I mean, some things really drastically just come to a halt, man. And Sam Shaw and I always laugh and talk about it. Like we were both two guys that were really on this clear line to become these new stars for TNA, and all of a sudden it was just a complete halt. Like 2014, I'm main eventing Manchester. 2015 in Manchester, I'm working a battle royal where I get eliminated in the first two people. You know what I mean? And it's
mm,
just you're like, okay, what happened here? Nobody
I
ever
mean,
tells you.